Life on Death Row. Episode 2. The syringe was raised. The straps pressed against Tunde's skin. His chest heaved, his lips whispered prayers too broken to form full words. Then, the door burst open. "Stop," a guard shouted, his voice shaking with urgency. His boots slammed against the floor as he ran in, a folder of papers clutched tightly in his hand. Everyone in the chamber froze. The doctor lowered the syringe. The warden turned, his face hard with confusion. The guard, panting, thrust the folder forward. "New evidence," he gasped. The real killer has been caught. Tunde is innocent." Shock. The words cracked open the silence like lightning. For a moment, nobody moved. The room was still. The priest's mouth hung open mid-prayer. The doctor's hands trembled. The warden's eyes narrowed as if refusing to believe. And on the bed, Tunde's mind spun. The words echoed in his skull, "Innocent. Innocent. Innocent." It felt unreal. It felt like a dream. His body shook violently, tears bursting from his eyes, rolling down his face. The straps were undone. His wrists were freed. His ankles loosened. He sat up slowly, staring at the faces around him as if they were ghosts. He whispered hoarsely, I am free." No one answered. Not yet. Collapse. When he finally stood, his legs gave way. He fell to his knees, sobbing so deeply that the sound tore into every heart present. His hands clutched the floor. His voice rose in a broken cry. 3 years I waited, 3 years for death, and now you say I live." The guards looked away, shame in their eyes. The priest wept quietly, wiping his face with his robe. The doctor put down the syringe with shaking hands. His lips whispered, "God forgive us." Tunde's body trembled like a leaf in storm. He pressed his forehead to the cold floor, tears soaking it. His chest convulsed as he tried to breathe. The room was filled with life, but it was not joy yet. It was disbelief. Back to the row. They led Tunde back to death row, but not to stay. Only to wait while papers were processed. When the other prisoners saw him return alive, their jaws dropped. Some gasped. Some shouted. Some banged on the bars in wild cries of shock. "He came back," one man shouted. "Death spat him out," another cried. Tunde stumbled into his cell, his knees weak. He sat on the floor, burying his face in his hands. The men around whispered in awe. Some laughed like madmen. Some wept loudly, as if his survival gave them hope, even though they knew their own fate was sealed. For the first time in years, death row tasted a strange thing, life. Stream of thought. Inside Tunde's mind, waves crashed endlessly. "I ate my last meal. I said goodbye to my mother. I felt the straps. I saw the needle. I tasted death. And yet I live. Why? Why me? Why now?" He pressed his head to the wall, whispering, "Musa, Chike, they died. They were taken. They never came back. Why me? Why not them?" His heart hurt with each thought. Is freedom a gift, or a curse? The release. 2 days later, the papers were signed. Tunde's innocence was declared. The truth was spoken aloud, another man had confessed. The real criminal had been caught. The prison gates opened. Tunde stepped out, the sun burning his eyes after so long in shadow. His mother was there. Old, frail, but standing. When she saw him, she screamed, not in sorrow this time, but in disbelief and joy. "My son," she cried, running to him, arms shaking. He fell into her embrace. They held each other, sobbing uncontrollably. His sister and brother joined, clinging to him as if to never let go again. The air was filled with wails, wails of joy, wails of grief for the years stolen, wails of pain too deep for words. Tunde wept into his mother's shoulder. "Mama, they almost killed me, they almost." She kissed his head, rocking him like a child. "But you are here. You are here, my son." Homecoming. When he returned to his village, people gathered. They shouted, they cried, they touched his hands as though he was a ghost come back. But inside, Tunde felt no triumph. Only weight. At night, when everyone else celebrated, he sat alone outside. The stars shone above, but he felt only darkness. His mind replayed the chamber, the straps, the needle, the word tomorrow. He heard Musa's prayer, Chike's cries. He saw the corridor, the boots, the silence. He whispered to the night, why them and not me? Why did truth come too late for Musa and Chike? Tears streamed down his face. His freedom tasted of ashes. The haunting. Days turned into weeks. But the shadows of death row followed him everywhere. He woke in the night sweating, heart racing, certain that guards were coming for him. He jumped at the sound of keys. He wept when he smelled yam and egusi, remembering the last meal he had eaten in tears. His family tried to comfort him. But they could not reach the storm inside him. His mind was a prison still. Anagnorisis. One evening, sitting under a tree, Tunde realized something that pierced him deeply. I am alive. But I am not free. I carry death inside me. I walked with death. I ate with death. I slept with death for 3 years. Death has let me go, but it has not left me. He bowed his head, tears dripping into the soil. Life is fragile, he whispered. Truth is slow. And sometimes truth comes only after death. He thought of Musa. He thought of Chike. He thought of all the men still waiting in that corridor. And his heart broke again. The legacy. Years passed. Tunde began to tell his story. He spoke in villages, in towns, in gatherings. He told of Musa and Chike, of the silence, of the last meal, of the straps, of the moment when death paused and truth entered. People wept when they heard him. Some trembled. Some shouted prayers. He always ended with the same words. I was innocent, yet I almost died. They found the truth too late for my brothers. Remember this. Justice delayed is life destroyed. And sometimes, life given back still carries the weight of death. Closing scene. One night, many years later, Tunde sat alone again. The stars were above him. The wind whispered through the trees. He closed his eyes and saw once more the chamber, the white light, the needle. He heard Musa's prayer, Chike's sobs, his mother's wail. Tears filled his eyes. But this time, he did not fight them. He let them fall, each one a river of memory. And he whispered to the night. I lived on death row. I died there, and I lived again. And though I walk free, part of me will always remain in that corridor of silence. His voice cracked. That is the truth of life on death row. Like and subscribe for more interesting stories like this.